What if the reason you feel stuck in your life right now is because you're betraying your true self? I'd like to say you're not lazy, you're not broken, you're just living out someone else's version of who you should be. Now, today we're going to think about Elsa from Frozen. I know it's one of my daughter's favourite movies. She spent years hiding all those true powers, keeping them suppressed because she was afraid of being rejected. So what did I end up getting her? I got her stuck. Today I'm going to show you how self-betrayal is a reason that you're stuck and how to finally break free from it. And in this video, you'll understand why pretend to be someone you're not will keep you feeling stuck and how to start embracing your true identity, just like Elsa did. So let's dive in. Now, Elsa from Frozen is one of the most powerful characters when it comes to that theme of self-betrayal. For years, she was hiding a huge part of herself, which was her magical powers, because she's afraid of being rejected, judged, and cast out. And you can see why very early in the movie how it ended up playing out that way. Elsa kept her true identity locked away because she believed that being herself was dangerous. And then she built walls around herself, disconnected from the people that she loved, all because she's afraid of being who she truly was. And for Elsa, the mask that she created, or the version of herself that she thought she had to be, was meant to protect her. But as you see in the movie, the longer they show the mask, the more miserable she became because she was completely isolated and away from everyone else and wasn't able to express herself the way she wanted. She felt stuck, she was isolated, unfulfilled, and emotionally drained. And it wasn't until she let go of that mask and started to embrace her true self that she was able to break free and step into her full power. So, why does that really matter? Well, many of us are living like Elsa did, and we may not realize it. We wear masks every day. Maybe you've been wearing a mask of being the perfect employee, the perfect parent, or the tough one who never shows any form of vulnerability. The truth is, these masks may have helped you survive in the past, but they don't serve you anymore. When we betray our true selves by hiding who we really are to meet others' expectations, we get stuck. And Elsa's journey isn't just about fighting for acceptance in her own kingdom, it's about fighting to be herself. And that's a journey that you need to go on to. And there comes a cost with self betrayal and that struggle with suppression. Now, in Frozen, Elsa's journey is one of survival, but not in the way we typically think. She's not fighting off external villains, she's fighting against her true self. Elsa suppressed her powers for years because she's been told that being her true self would hurt others. But the more she hides who she is, the more isolated she becomes. And the thing is, self betrayal doesn't feel good. It might give us a sense of temporary safety, but at a very high cost. Elsa isolates herself from everyone, even her sister Anna, because she's afraid if she lets her true self show, people won't accept her. And in some way, in the same way, many of us go through life betraying ourselves to fit in, to survive, or to meet the expectation of others. And maybe you've done it as well by staying in a job that doesn't fulfill you, by playing the role of the perfect partner, or by hiding your desires because you're worried about disappointing others. And every time we betray ourselves, we lose a piece of our authenticity. Just like Elsa, we start to feel stuck, miserable, and disconnected. You might think you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're stifling your own growth. What I want you to do is think about an area in your life where you've been hiding your true self. What's the mask that you've been wearing to fit in, and what's it costing you emotionally? What would happen if you stopped betraying yourself and embraced who you truly are? Start by acknowledging that you deserve to live authentically. Otherwise, that mask becomes a trap. And at the core of Elsa's journey is a fear of rejection. She believes if people knew the real her, they would never accept her. She's afraid of her own power, and in turn, she's afraid of what it might cost her to be authentic. And this fear of rejection is what keeps her stuck in the cycle of that self betrayal. Every time Elsa suppresses her powers, she thinks she's making a safe choice, but the longer she hides her truth, the heavier that mask becomes. And fear is the number one thing that holds us back from being authentic. where it's the fear of what people will think, the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of losing everything we've worked for. It keeps us in a prison of people pleasing and self suppression. And just like Elsa, you might feel like you can't afford to be your true self because it might cost you approval, love, or status. But the thing is, staying stuck in self betrayal costs you more than being authentic ever will. It costs you your freedom, your happiness, and your peace of mind. And what I want you to do now is think about the fears that are keeping you from being your true self. What are you afraid of losing if you show up authentically? Is the fear of rejection worth the price of staying stuck in a life that's not yours? So start today by embracing your truth and acknowledging you deserve to be who you truly are. And then we come up to the breaking point. Elsa's moment of freedom comes when she finally lets go of the mask that she's been wearing and embraces her true self. We all know that pivotal scene where she starts saying "Let It Go." It represents more than just a powerful ballad that's been played God knows how many times in this house. It's the moment she starts to reclaim her power. She chooses herself and refuses to continue living a life dedicated by fear and self betrayal. What happens when Elsa lets go of the mask? She stops pretending and starts embracing her power, her truth, and her identity. And with that choice, she experiences freedom. And the same applies to you. As long as you keep betraying your truth, you'll feel trapped in a life that doesn't reflect who you really are. But when you stop betraying yourself and start living authentically, you unlock your freedom. When you stop living for approval and start living for yourself, you not only reclaim your identity, but you also find freedom and joy. And just like Elsa, you can unmask yourself and embrace the real you. So take a moment to reflect. What mask are you ready to let go of today? What truth have you been hiding from yourself and others? Commit to embracing that one part of your true self today, even if it's very small. The more you unmask, the more you'll experience the true freedom. And then that becomes the power of authenticity. So by the end of the movie, Elsa fully embraces who she is, powers and all. She doesn't just embrace her powers for the sake of others, she embraces them because they're a part of her. And this is the most powerful part of Elsa's journey. Authenticity is her strength. When she finally embraces her truth, she unlocks her full potential. Our journey shows us that authenticity isn't about being perfect, it's about being true to who you really are. And believe it or not, that authenticity is your power. The more you step into your true self, the more you feel free, the more you feel strong, and the more you feel aligned with your purpose. Don't wait until that mask is suffocating you. You can choose to start to unmask yourself today. And just take a moment to ask yourself, what's the next step to living authentically? What's one small action that you can make today to embrace your truth? And then start living authentically and watch how your life begins to transform. And if you're ready to stop betraying your true self and start living authentically, you can go ahead and check out some of the free stuff on the website that breaks down these different barriers and how to overcome them. And I'll pop a link for that in the description. An important thing to remember is you're not broken. You're just hiding beneath layers of fear and expectation. It's time to unmask yourself and live the life you were meant to live. If this video resonated with you at all, then leave a comment below with a mask that you're ready to shed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go over to the website and check out some of those freebies that I've got ready for you. And if you want to check out more videos, I'll have more of them down in the description as well.